wonderful people. Welcome to Unfiltered on the Switch TV and compliments of the season from myself, Honeybell,
And of course, I'm a vibes, 100% good vibes. How you doing, baby girl?
I'm good. You're glowing.
Babe, it's a new season, my
Yes,
dear.
so
2020 has been crazy.
it's
So
been
you need
hectic.
to like move on.
Remove.
Leave everything that happened in 2020. Let it go. All right.
Yeah.
So it's a new call. I love your hair, by the way.
Thank
Really
you.
nice.
So how are you guys doing? I hope you enjoyed our last episode, which was when we talked about
Friends with benefit. I mean,
you tackled me for that episode. You tackled me for that episode.
Yo, man. I mean, I just have to let you know.
But me say I full ground, I beg.
Okay. I hear you.
All right, so today we are going to be talking about a very strange topic.
Baby girl, I am not here. Whatever happens in this video, just cut my face, you know.
You heard that. Okay, so we're going to be talking about sexual fetish.
Hey, idea.
I've heard this word like a lot of times, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard this word too, like fetish.
Many times.
Many times, like what does it mean? Like, what is sexual fetish?
Oh well, it means all those strange inner deep feelings that you actually fantasize about. Those they call it fetish. When you hear something fetish, you want to think diabolical or something, but they're strange. They are not everywhere. You don't see them. They're unexpected sometimes. So if you feel like you want to have sexual relation and you are not really proud of seeing that thing that you want to do with your partner, well, you might just have the fetish right there.
Of course. Originally, fetish means, or let's take it from the dictionary or the original meaning of sexual fetish. It means having a fixation or sexual excitement about a non-human object or an object, something that doesn't have life, or a non-sexual part of the body. Yeah, like probably your elbows, your feet.
We are talking about a place you are not supposed to be sexually attracted to.
Do you understand?
But you are attracted to it.
So that's what we're going to be talking about today. There are a lot,
it's so weird. Like you were showing me the names, I'm like, yo, how? I mean, you'll be surprised by the time we get to the list of those things. But before then, Onibel, let me just ask you, I mean, do you have have you been proposed to with one weird feeling from anybody before? Okay.
I don't know if I want to say this right now.
Okay, no, just generally, the weirdest one you've heard.
The weirdest word I've heard is how do I even put it?
Okay,
there's this guy that loves his wife. Okay, I read it on a blog actually. He loves his wife licking his anus. I mean, where the poop comes out from. Like, really, dude?
I mean, the bottom, like.
The bottom.
Yuck.
That is the only thing that gets him aroused. Like,
before he
was wowed.
Oh, how do you cook?
Apart from the fact that it's very strange, it's also very dangerous health-wise.
Okay, so true that.
The lady had to, I mean, she has been doing it for a while, you know, until it got to a point and she was like,
okay, I can't do it anymore.
I don't think I can do this again. So you get to hear a lot of weird sexual fetish or things like that. And then you'll be like, does these things actually happen? Like,
it
really?
exists. Well, but generally, we all know about BDSM, bondage and submission. We know about smacking. We know about choking. We know about gagging. You know, we know about blindfolding. We know all those things. But some of us are not so repulsive to these things.
Yeah, these things. There's no. I don't think there's a moral standard or principle for it. I think it's just about consent. If you're
willing to do it or not,
the willingness must be there. If you feel it's fine by you as an adult, I don't think there's a problem
to do it. You know, if you saw 50 Shades series and you saw the way my baby boy, you know, Gray was
Mr.
handling Anastasia like my baby girl, you know. I mean, I think that was like my introduction to, you know, I don't mind a little bit of spanking here and there.
Like,
but now that I've seen something like Zootopia, that's not the word. Yeah. I'm scared because they're actually
zoophilia, which is
the one for animals.
Getting aroused to non-human, like animals.
Like
maybe animals. You just see a cat, meow, meow. and then you start feeling some
can-
type of way.
How can you
That's
want to
really
make
crazy.
love to the
Or
sound
you
of
see a
boom?
dog that is barking, and then you start feeling aroused. Or you see a cow that is mooing, and then you start feeling aroused. That's zoophilia, which is another type of sexual
Fetish.
fetish.
But then again, there are levels to these things, yeah.
Of course.
The first level is when you just want to be choked, to be spanked, to be hanged from the window, you know, do
hanged
it
upside
in
down. Or
that was
that's
a normal
still-
level.
It's not normal
I mean,
because to some people,
Acceptable level.
well, it's still not acceptable, but normal. I don't think that's anywhere near normal. But there are some that are actually very weird and they're extreme. Even the medical practitioners, because I read a blog when they were talking about it, and they said
Okay.
sexual fetish is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing,
Mm.
but when it gets to the extreme,
Okay.
it tends to grow into mental issues.
Okay. I can agree with that.
Like this pedophile, where you get aroused to babies or
Children.
children.
Yeah.
So,
It's what are you saying on the blog? Does it say that it's something they've been doing, then it goes to be a mental problem for them, or
you
they
know,
did it once?
everything has a limit. Do you understand? But some people, when they do it often and often, it begins to like grow, and then they just can't have a control over it again.
Like addiction at the end of the
It
day,
gets
anyway.
it gets to an addiction, and they will go to
All
any
the
mile
way to
just
do it.
to get that,
Okay, we mentioned one already.
which is a zoophilia,
Zoophilia.
which is being sexually aroused to animals.
Mhm.
And another one is urophilia, where you get aroused when someone pees on you. Like, ew, really?
Don't say you just be now.
Nah,
Oh,
please.
okay, wait, that just gave me a mental picture
Okay.
of a video I saw. Although this is said to be prostitutes or people that went to overseas like Italy and all that to go into
the sex
prostitution,
workers.
and what they asked them to do was to eat poop,
Ew.
and
I
that
think
was
that is also a sexual fetish.
So
I can't remember the actual biological term for it, but it is also a sexual fetish.
you watch people eat poop,
And then you get
it
aroused.
gives you.
How weird can that be? Like, really?
I don't know, please. what are you fetish about? Because really, deep inside, we all have one thing that
Of
to
course.
an extent, you
That
might
is
not be
strange.
able to say it generally that okay, I am attracted to this, that we do, but it does have levels. Some are still relatable. I think my fetish should still be a little bit. I mean, it's not one mad. No, look at me now. It's not one mad thing.
Because I know you're crazy.
I know, right? But it's not really like I can still say it anyway. People even have it everywhere,
Okay.
but morally, everybody just look at you say
Like,
you're mad, me.
this
But
girl. I think
chill.
every one of us has our own fetish one way. It might not be the extreme ones, but I think every person has
there are people that are actually cool with eating poop or letting people piss on them,
Ah,
just
no,
like you said.
please. Oh my God.
No,
Really?
You said no. You're saying
Cool.
no.
That's
I don't
crazy.
think peeing on someone is that bad.
Well, for you, it's
I do
that
not.
bad.
I do not think so.
It's just
that
like maybe when someone is
and
like,
it's pee.
nothing on you or something. Okay, but for poop, no, that's a no, please. I mean, like, seriously?
Someone has
Someone
asked me a
vibe, you're a
question.
bad girl.
Somebody asked me a question
You're
that
spoiling me.
can you pee on the person while having sex? Like, can you pee on him? Okay, the question was like, can I pee on him? And I was like, well, I've not been in that shoe before because
I
I'm
think
innocent.
There are two types of pee. There is one that while the
Doing is
and
going
then
good,
you're
right?
enjoying, and then
I just
the thing just comes out with its squirt. That one is different. This urophilia is being intentional. Like, you are intentionally peeing all over the person.
it's still not that bad. Let's move on to the next one.
This girl is crazy.
I don't know.
She's
It's not that
crazy.
bad.
Someone should agree with me that.
Okay, but by the way, we would like to know any of your fetish that you would like to
Yeah,
share with us.
so you
Remember, you can actually follow us on our Instagram page
Of
at The
course.
Switch TV. And please, I hope you subscribe to the last video. If you did not, go back now before we move on to the other fetish. Other you will
Go
not know
and
it.
subscribe.
All right.
And drop your comments what you feel about
Definitely.
this topic. Do you think it's a good thing? What are your own fetish? Let us know. Let's relate.
Okay, moving on to other fetish that might get you like,
Like,
hey,
what?
am I in this world?
Are you?
How many of us are going to heaven? Let us
We
count.
don't reach 5.
We not reach 5.
We don't reach 5 with
After
the
me,
brain.
Honeybell, I do not know. Okay, the next one on the list where we actually check the social media platform and search engine is voyeurism. And I don't know, when I saw the word, the only thing I thought of was like, are they voyagers? Is it like when you travel to get aroused? Is that what it means? But no, it actually means someone that gets sexually aroused by just spying on others. Well, this can happen in different ways. Is it that you're just walking and you just hear someone having sex and you spy on them and it gets you aroused? Or you make a play of it, of having people having sex and you're looking at them. If you are a fan of porn,
I actually know of a person that I know of a guy that whenever he wants to have sex, he will bring in 2 girls, lesbians, to touch themselves and do all sorts. And then he watch them and get before he can get to that point. He has to bring in 2 girls or 2 ladies to touch themselves before.
Oh, well, like I was saying, if you are a fan of porn,
that's still within the range of normal, right?
Not that's what I'm trying to pull porn up inside. Like people that watch porn a lot and everything, they've seen threesome, they've seen foursome, seen gang banging. So some of the way you have watched this thing go on and on, it has stick to your head somewhere that has to be what you want to do. So by the time you want to have sex, you realize that you need those company. You need to see those people doing it. Mind you, I've actually seen someone that has to watch porn before they can
get to that point.
Before they can get out. And if you find yourself feeling like this, sometimes you might just be having the voyeurism fetish. It's not that bad. Come on.
Another thing I want to point out is wanting to explore is different from having a sexual fetish.
Okay.
Sexual fetish, because when I read about it, it's
you consistently want it.
Yeah, they are trying to come up with reasons why people have some particular sexual fetish, and the major reason was how you grow up. Most people that have those extreme fetish are people that have been abused in their childhood. It's not 100% confirmed, but it's one of the reasons. They have been molested, abused from when they were growing up, and then it's something that grows with you. You know, there's a difference between you as an adult. Oh, I heard this person say, oh, my friend said he has tried this. I want to try it. That one is just being
you want to explore, you just want to check out
just
things.
Being adventurous in the sexual realm. But having sexual fetish is something that actually is in you, like inborn.
Like if you do not do it, it takes maybe therapy, consultation, growth to actually move on from it. Like, that's why you see people, that's why you see people that maybe they were raped when they were kids. You see like some of them need hardcore.
Exactly.
They want to that feeling of how they were.
That pain that was inflicted in them is what now gives them pleasure.
To actually know, okay, they have to be slapped and choked and spanked and do other things too.
To get to that point where they're actually aroused.
Okay, by the way, just in case you want to do voyeurism, all you need to do is just spy on people having sex or watch porn or have people have sex in front of you and you're good to go. My G.
So another strange fetish that I read about and I heard of is nasolingus. From the name, nasolingus, it implies the nose, nasal. So this is a sexual fetish whereby the person sucks on the other person's nose, like, and take the mucus out, like with all the mucus and all the dust and everything. You suck on it to get sexually aroused. Like, isn't that strange? Like,
I don't want to look
like
you. I don't want to look like I'm a bad person here, but people do these things. You might not believe, but go on, research on it, read
people
on it.
Actually do,
you'll be surprised.
This was a research project by therapists, medical.
They realized people have come to them.
Yeah.
To actually say,
this thing.
I do this thing, and I want to move.
So there are so many strange sexual fetish like that when you hear of, you'll be like, no, this cannot be true. But mind you, it's very true. So
you're saying that. What's the word again? Because that word is making me feel
nasolingus.
So someone has to suck on the nose.
Suck on your nose
and take out what is out. Like, I literally see someone picking on their nose and I cannot look at the person's face. Like, if you're picking on your nose, I'm not trying to stigmatize or I cannot look at your face. If you have one thing inside your nose, those people that have things, I cannot look at your face. And I can just imagine how.
How weird.
Must you have sex? If it's no, don't have sense. No, I mean. Then again, you would think my sister. You would think Nasolingus is the worst. Well, hear this. There is also one called necrophilia. 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 When someone is dead, that is when another person, born of human being, will say, my bonla is standing
aroused.
up. Yeah, once you see dead body,
like a corpse,
sexual arousal to corpse. God. So I think you'll find a lot of necrophilia people in mortuary. I've actually seen people cases, read cases, mortuary, and mostly in mortuary, and people that work in the hospital too, that do autopsy and everything. It might be possible to find them there because they're actually in that environment for a long time. That is what they see. They see their naked body. These are our body and our senses. I heard of a
story. I don't know how true it is.
Okay.
I heard of a story of a guy who works in the morgue. So they brought in this couple. It was a very beautiful lady. She's dead, apparently. And he was the one that was supposed to put her in the bag and or is it a bag or a tray and put her into the morgue,
in our own shelf.
Yeah, into the shelf. And then when he opened the bag that he brought her in, he was like, wow,
fine woman.
Fine woman. And then the next thing, he brought out his bula and started hammering the corpse. Okay. And one of the security that was passing by caught him pants down with a dead woman. How weird can some people be? Like, seriously?
Well, I actually saw a video. I saw a video, and in the video, people in the mortuary that working at the mortuary, they were talking about a particular corpse that was dead, a fine woman too, and they were like, see her now, fine woman, no, says don't die. When she dead alive, if we toast her, she not go say yes. So see her, see him breast, like we're not like see him breast, see, you understand? And I'm like, some of these people, they are so. No, I don't ask the breast, let me.
You were so particular about our body.
Our body.
Someone like that, if you leave that person alone, they would try something.
They would.
Imagine.
They would. Well, I think, of all we've been talking about, also Nasolingos, Abi.
Nasolingos.
Is it Naso or Niso?
Nasolingos.
Thank you. Apart from that one, I think this necrophilia is also super, super weird, and I would not advise you even
like,
if you have a fetish.
It's the weirdest of all.
If you have a fetish for that, please just see your therapist or just.
That one has gotten to the
I'm not
extreme,
going to advise you,
and you need medical attention. Another one that I want to talk about is, well, I think most people have heard of it, pedophilia, which is arousal to the feet. There are some people that if you want them to get aroused, just give them your
nice feet now, suck on it.
Put it on their face and do all sorts with it. You can even stomp on them and all that before they get sexually aroused.
When fetish started, the first time I heard fetish, was inside the movie. Okay. And at the point that they were using it, the guy was just sucking on the girl's feet. Or on her feet, especially the toes.
Whether it's dirty or clean.
No, it was clean. Please keep your feet clean and the toes.
Some people, no, I'm telling you.
Some people, okay, not minding.
People that have pedophilia, they don't mind whether the feet is
dirty or clean as long as the feet.
For those of them that's gotten to the extreme, but some of them love the smelly, dirty feet. I'm telling you.
Okay, you just got that from sweet. Bad. You just made it from something that is sweet and I can practice to something I don't even want to practice anymore.
You don't have that fetish, do you?
No,
you just want to explore. That's what I'm saying. There's a difference between
that's what I'm saying. Like, if I wanted to even try it out,
what I'm
the fact that I've now understood how deep it can be.
How deep it can be, of course.
I do not want to try that anymore. And of course, when I saw that, I thought fetish was all about just the feet. No. But now I know.
Like the most popular one. When you hear fetish, the first thing that comes to your mind is feet fetish or
BDSM,
feet, worship.
Oh, feet washing and all of that.
BDSM and all that. There are so many, like we've said earlier, there are so many strange.
There is gerontophilia, that was to the elderly. Yes. Like people that get aroused to the elderly. There is pedophile, that's pedophilia. Those that they get aroused to children. And
very bad.
There are many. But this is the few we can actually bring to you because at this point, I just want to pack my bag and go out. I'm scared. What would you do? Yeah. Hannibal, what would you do if you happen to meet someone and you like this person? You really like this person. Like you already said, this person is it for you. It's caring. It takes care of you. Everything you want
All
in
that
a
can
man.
answer.
It is the person. But it now has a fetish that you cannot cope with. You think you cannot cope with. Maybe something like you licking his anal, or there's also one of he was eating
The armpit.
the hair
Yes,
under
there's
the
a fetish
armpit.
for pubic hairs.
Pubic hairs too.
That's I think it's poop.
Or he has any fetish at all that you don't, what would you do? Would you help him out of the fetish or just manage the fetish with him?
Well, if I meet someone that I really like, it depends on the fetish. There are some fetish
You can cope with.
that you can work with. But there are some that no matter how much I like the person or everything, no matter how maybe you've ticked all my boxes, if you have a terrible fetish, because most of the fetishes that are hard to work on are the ones that are on the extreme. And those type of fetish are things that don't go away. That is the person. That's the center of that person's sexuality. Do you understand? So even the person wouldn't even want to stay with me. The relationship wouldn't last.
Okay.
Because
if it does not get it from you get from the other person.
Exactly. Sexual satisfaction is key in a relationship, especially marriage. So, I mean, when you have someone that doesn't satisfy you sexually, is it that you marry the person and make the person miserable by going outside to cheat,
to do other things,
to get other people that can succumb to you or whatever, or you let the person go?
I'm not going to even think about it because in this life, nobody can come and stress me. You cannot come and stress me. Even they joke me, daddy. It has limits. It has limits.
Of course, it has a limit.
Yeah, and well, if you feel like you are in this position or you have fetish that it's extreme
in this field, in this topic that we just mentioned, just go to our social media platform, drop your comments. We want to know. We want feedback from you because it's very important to us to know that we are carrying you along, right?
Yeah, and most importantly, please, if you feel like you need help, it is important. We have listed this thing, we have joked about it, we have prayed about it. If you need help, I know it is hard to admit that you need help, but there is no way one side of your mind is not telling you that this thing you're doing is not really the right thing. Please try to check in with a therapist. It's not going to kill you. Just try to. There are actually a lot of other ways to enjoy sex than getting aroused to cops or children or eating someone's poop. Or peeing, I can still do
getting aroused to wood. That's xylophilia.
That's another one.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay, so we are drawing the curtain here. Sadly. And I hope you enjoyed this particular episode as much as we did. And don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. Subscribe to our channel. And I love you so much. My name is Hannibal.
My name is Ama Vibes, you 100% good vibes. You can get up close and personal with me on Instagram at Alma Vibes, appearing on your screen. I love you with the love of God. Stay safe as always. And if you have anything you want to do, hit me up.
Bye.